Hello students, let's do mensuration exercise 23B. So before we begin our exercise, let's begin with a few formulae that we will be using for the remaining questions here. So circumference of a circle, all of you know the formula is 2 pi r, where r is the radius. Now if the diameter is given, then we say diameter into pi. How did we get that? Because 2 into r or 2 into radius is equal to the diameter. So if you have the radius, you can use the formula 2 pi r. If you have the diameter, you can use the formula diameter pi or diameter into pi. This is to find the circumference of a circle. If you have to find the radius of a circle, you say diameter divided by 2 because half of a diameter is the radius. Now, if you have to find the diameter of a circle, you say radius into 2 or 2 into radius because twice the radius will give you the diameter. Area of a circle, the formula is pi r square. Area of a quadrant of a circle. Now, what is a quadrant of a circle? Now, this figure that you can see here in red is the quadrant of a circle. That is, there are 4 quarters in a circle. If you have to divide the circle into 2, you get 2 halves. Each half is called a semicircle. If you have to divide it into 4 parts, each part is a quadrant. And this is 90 degrees here. Okay, so in a circle there are 4 quadrants. And if you put all the 4 quadrants together, you will get a complete circle. So if you have to find the area of a quadrant of a circle, this is the formula 1/4, okay, of the area of a circle because a quadrant is 1/4 of the circle. There are 4 quadrants. So 1/4 into pi r square will give you the area of the quadrant of a circle. Then to find the perimeter of a square, all of you know it is 4 into side. Area of a square is side into side. To find area of a rectangle, we say length. So now that we have revised the formulae, let's begin with the exercise which is found on page number 257 and we are with question 34. The diameter of the wheel of a car is 70 centimeters. How many revolutions? When we are talking about revolutions of the wheel of a car, we are talking about the circumference of the wheel of the car. Okay, so how many revolutions will it make to travel 1 kilometer? So we have to find out the number of revolutions. So let's begin with what we have. The diameter of the wheel of the car is given as 70 centimeters. Now, if we have to find the circumference, the formula is 2 pi r if the radius is given or diameter into pi if the diameter is given. So here diameter is given. So let's use the formula d into pi. So d, the diameter is 70 centimeters and this we multiply by pi, which is 22 by 7. Now let's cancel what we can. I can cancel 7 and 70. 7 tens are 70. Now let's multiply 22 into 10 and that is 220 centimeters. So now we have the circumference of the wheel of the car. Now the distance in one revolution, that is, here they're telling us the distance in one revolution is what we just found out, that is 220 centimeters. Now we are asked to find the total distance traveled. In the distance traveled is given to us, total revolutions, we have to find the total distance traveled is 1 kilometers. Now as you can see, this is in kilometers and this is in centimeters. That means we're going to convert the bigger unit to the smaller unit, kilometers to centimeters. So let's do that here. Now in 1 kilometer, first let's convert it to meters. In 1 kilometer there are 1000 meters. So we have 1000 meters and in 1 meter we have 100 centimeters. Remember, we are converting it to centimeters into 100 centimeters. So if we have to convert kilometers to centimeters, we multiply this now. We have converted it to meters. Now we're going to multiply that by 100. So 1000 into 100. So we have 1. Let's count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here what do we have? We have 1 lakh. That means the total distance traveled in centimeters will be 1 lakh. So 1 kilometer is now converted to centimeters. That has now become 1 lakh centimeters. So now we have to find the number of revolutions. That will be total distance by the distance covered in one revolution. So let me repeat that. If you have to find the number of revolutions in 1 kilometer, we have to divide the total distance, that is 1 lakh centimeters, by the distance covered in one revolution, which is 220 centimeters. So let's do that. So here this is 1 lakh, so 1 followed by 5 zeros divided by 220. So here we can just cancel these two, and now we have to divide. Now we have 10,000, we have to divide it by 22. Now here we can continue to cancel. Here this is 10,000 and this is 22. Both are even numbers. We can cancel it with 2. So 2 11s are 22, and here we can say 2 5s are 10, and then we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So let's add the 3 zeros. So now let's divide 5,000 by 11. So let's do that. 11 fours are 44, minus, here you borrow, 10 minus 4 is 6, you bring down 0, you have 60, 11 fives are 55. Again you subtract here, 10 minus 5 is 5, you bring down the next 0, it's 50, 11 fours are 44. So when you minus this, you get a remainder here, 6. So now if I have to write this as a mixed number, what do I get? I get 454 6 by 11. So this is our answer. That means how many revolutions are there? 454 6 by 11. Now this is not a whole number, but look at this number here. This is a mixed number, isn't it? 454. So approximately the number of revolutions that will happen in 1 kilometer is around 454. So 454 6 by 11 is the number of revolutions in 1 kilometer. Question 35. A metal wire, when bent in the form of a square of largest area, encloses an area of 484 centimeters square. Find the length of the wire. So remember, a metal wire is now bent in the form of a square, and we are given the area of that square and we are asked to find the length of the wire. So let's do that first before we go to the rest of the question. So now we have a square here, and the red portion that you can see, let's consider that to be the metal wire. So as you can see, the metal wire is enclosing this area inside, and this area is 484 centimeters square. Now we are asked to find the length of this wire, this red portion. We are asked to find the length of that wire. That means, what is this border there called for a square? It's called the perimeter. That means the formula to find the perimeter is 4 into side. So if we have to find the perimeter, we need to know the side, isn't it? We need to know the value for the side. But as you can see, the value for the side is not given. So let's use area, the formula for area. Let's use this area and find the side. Once we find the side, we can use this formula and find the perimeter. So let's begin with what we are given. So area for square is given to us, and we know the formula for area for square is side into side. That means side into side is equal to this much, isn't it? So if we have to find the side, now side into side is side square is so much that if we have to find side, this will be the square root of 484. Did you understand? Side square is 484. So side alone will be square root of 484. So let's find the square root of 484 by the prime factor method. So let's divide 484 by all the prime numbers, just starting with 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4. Continue, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. Now here we have, now 121 can be divided by 11. 11 ones are 11. There's one left there. Again, you have 11, 11 ones. So continue, 11 ones are 11. Now let's write down the prime factors. 2 into 2 into 11 into 11. So let's put them into groups of 2. Pair them up. Take one from each pair. So this is 2 and this is 11. So what do we have? 2 into 11, which is 22. So we have found the value of the side. The side is 22 centimeters. That means one side is 22 centimeters. Now we can easily find the perimeter by using the formula 4 into side, and we can find the length of the wire. So perimeter is 4 into side, which is 4 into 22 centimeters. 4 into 22 is 88. So we have found the length of the wire to be 88 centimeters. We have finished the first part of the question. We've been asked to find the length of the wire and we found the length of the wire to be 88 centimeters. Now let's read the remaining question. If the same wire is bent to a largest circle, so we're going to take it from here and make it a circle now. So we have taken that, we have made it a circle. It's the same wire. Now it is forming a circle. Now what should we do? Find the radius of the circle formed. Radius is this portion. We have to find the radius of this circle that has been formed, and we also have to find the area of the circle. The first question, radius of the circle. To find the radius of the circle, we need to have some measurement, isn't it here? Something about the circle. So if we have the circumference of the circle, the formula is 2 pi r. We can find out the radius. Now remember, the circumference of the circle is the same as the perimeter of the square, because we took that same wire and we formed a circle. So circumference is the same as perimeter, and we already found the perimeter. So perimeter is 88 centimeters. That means the circumference of the circle is also 88 centimeters. With the help of that, we can find the radius. So circumference of the circular wire is 88 centimeters. Now we can find the radius with the help of the formula. So now that we know the circumference of the circular wire, we just found it out to be 88 centimeters. We are going to find the radius with the help of the formula. Now what is the formula to find the circumference? Circumference of any circle, the formula is 2 pi r. That means 2 pi r is equal to 88 centimeters. Now let's write that. So this is now an equation. So 2 pi r is equal to 88 centimeters. Circumference is 88 centimeters and the formula is 2 pi r. Now this is 2 into pi is 22 by 7 into r, which is radius. All this is equal to 88 centimeters. Now we need to only know the value of r, the radius, so we leave only r here. On the right hand side, we already have 88 centimeters. We'll leave it as it is. Now I'm going to move this 2 into 22 by 7 to the other side. First, let's move 2 to the other side. Here it's multiplication. So when it goes to the other side, it's going to become division. So I'll write it here below here. So divided by 2. So we finished with 2. Now we're going to move 22 by 7 to the other side. Here it's multiplication. So again, when it goes to the other side, it becomes division. So for a fraction, how do you show division? You write the reciprocal. So here, instead of 22 by 7, we put a multiplication sign and write the reciprocal 7 by 22. Now let's see what we can cancel here. We can cancel 22 and 88. 22 into 4 is 88. I can cancel 2 and 4. 2 2's are 4. So now what do we have? We have 2 into 7, which is 14. So we have found the radius of the circle to be 14 centimeters. Now we are also asked to find the area of the circle, and the formula is pi r square, where r is the radius. So that is 22 by 7 into r, that is r square, isn't it? So 22 by 7 into 14, which is the radius, into 14 again. Now cancel, I can cancel 7 and 14, 2. So here 22 into 2 into 14 is what we need to multiply. So here we can multiply. 22 into 2 is 44. 44 into 14 is 616. 616. So we have found the area of the circle to be 616 centimeter square. So we have found two answers. One, we have found the radius of the circle to be 14 centimeters. And now we have found the area of the circle to be 616 centimeter square. Question 36. A wire is along the boundary of a circle with radius 28 centimeters. So let's get that. So a wire is along the boundary of a circle with radius 28 centimeters. So that means the radius will be here. This is the radius and it is 28 centimeters. So this is the measurement we've been given. Now let's continue reading the question. if the same wire, that is this maroon color wire, is bent in the form of a square. Okay, so we're going to use that same wire and make it in the form of a square, and we get this. Now we have to find the area of the square formed. So this wire has enclosed a space inside, isn't it? So this space is the area, and we have to find the area of this square that is formed. Now, what is the formula to find the area of a square? The formula to find the area of a square is side into side. That means we have to know the value of side, the measurement of the side of the square. Only then can we find the area. But we have only been given the radius of a circle. Now from that, how do we find the side and the area of a square? So what we can do is, with the help of this radius measurement, we can find the circumference of the circle. Now this circumference and the perimeter of the square will be the same. So first we find the circumference of the circle, then we find the perimeter of the square, then with that we find the side of the square, and then we can find the area. So let's go slowly now and write what's given to us. So here radius of the circular wire is given to us 28 centimeters. Now the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So we can find the circumference of the circle by using this formula. So that is 2 into 22 by 7 into r, which is the radius 28. Now let's cancel. I can cancel 7 and 28. 7 fours are 28. Now I can multiply. 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 4 is equal to 176 centimeters. So what have we found now? We have found the circumference of the circle, which is 176 centimeters. Remember, the circumference of the circle is equal to the perimeter of the square. So now let's write perimeter of the square. What is the formula for perimeter of the square? 4 into side. And we have found the perimeter. It's the same as this. So let's write that. So we found the perimeter of the square, which is 176 centimeters. It's the same as the circumference of the circle, and this is equal to 4 into side. Now we are going to find side. So let's leave only side here, and on the other side we have 176 centimeters. Leave it as it is. Now let's move this 4 with this along with the side. 4 is into side, isn't it? 4 into side. We're going to move this 4 to the other side. So it becomes divided by 4. So this becomes 176 divided by 4, which is equal to 44 centimeters. So when you divide 176 by 4, you get 44 centimeters. So now we have found the perimeter of the square, 176 centimeters. With the help of that, we found the side of the square. So now that we have found the side of the square, we can find the area using this formula. So let's do that. So let's write side is first equal to 44 centimeters. Remember, we found the side. Now we're going to find the area, which is side into side, 44 centimeters into 44 centimeters. So when you multiply these two, what do you get? 44 into 44, you get 1936 centimeters square. So do your multiplication carefully, and now we have found the area of the square. So can you see how we found the area of a square with the help of the radius of a circle? So you should be very careful. First you need to see, now I need to find the area. So what is the formula? Now how do I get these values? So you have to get it indirectly. First circumference, then perimeter of the square, and then the side, and then you find the area. Question 37. The length and breadth of a rectangular paper are 35 centimeters and 22 centimeters. Okay, let's draw a rectangular paper. So we have that here. The length is 35 centimeters and the breadth is 22 centimeters. Now let's read the rest of the question. Find the area of the largest circle which can be cut out of this paper. So we have to draw a circle here, the largest circle, not a small one, the largest possible, so it can touch maybe the length of the paper. Now we have to first draw a circle and find the area of the circle. So let's do that. So let's draw the circle. Now this is the largest circle. Now I cannot extend this up to here, then it doesn't become a circle, it becomes oval in shape. So this is a circle, the largest circle that can be drawn here. Now, how do we find the area of this circle? The formula is pi r square. That means we need to know the radius of the circle. Now we don't have the radius here, but what about the diameter? Diameter is the longest line here, okay, which passes to the center. Now look at this diameter of the circle and the breadth of the rectangular paper, they are the same, isn't it? That means if this is 22 centimeters, this will also be 22 centimeters. So this is 22 centimeters. So now that we know the radius measurement, the diameter measurement, we can find the radius. With the help of that, we can find the area. So let's write what's given to us. Length of rectangular paper is given to us. Breadth is 22 centimeters. Now diameter of the circle is also 22 centimeters. So now we can find the radius by using the formula diameter divided by 2. And diameter is 22. Divide this by 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So that is 11 centimeters. So now we know the radius. So now let's continue and find the area of the circle by using the formula pi r square. And we know how much r is. Pi is 22 by 7 and r is 11 centimeters. So r square means 11 into 11. Now let's multiply. Now there's nothing that can be cancelled. So if I multiply 11 into 11, I get 121. So 22 into 121. That will be 2662. Now divide this by 7. So let's do this division. So 2662 divided by 7. 7 threes are 21 minus 5, bring down 6 here. 7 eights are 56 minus 2. So this is 0 here, 0, 2. So if you have to write your answer as a fraction, this becomes 382 by 7 centimeters square. This will be your area if you want to write it as a fraction or a mixed number. Now, if you want to write it as a decimal number, let's do that division also. So now we're going to get our answer in the form of a decimal number. So 7 threes are 21 minus 5. We bring down 6. 7 eights are 56 minus, we bring down 2, 0. Now we are going to continue our division because we're looking for a decimal number. So put the point, carry that point up, put a 0 here, bring that 0 down. So what is our number now? Our number now is 20 here. So 7 twos are 14, isn't it? 7 twos are 14. 20 minus 14 is 6. So you can write 6 here, put a 0, bring that 0 down. Now this is 60. So 7 eighths are 56. So you can write that 7 eighths are 56. 60 minus 56 is 4. You can add one more 0, bring down that 0 down here. So now the number is 40. So here what do we write? 7 fives are 35. 40 minus 35 is 5. So this division will go on and on. So we can stop here. So we have now 380.285. Now we can round it off to 2 decimal places. Now how do we do that? We look at the digit in the third place. It's 5. If it's 5 or more than 5, then the number before that can be increased. So 8 will now become 9. So what do we have here? We have 380.29. So if we have to write this answer as a decimal number, our answer will be 380.29 centimeter square. So now here we've got our answer both as a fraction and as a decimal number. Question 38. From each corner of a rectangular paper, 30 centimeter into 20 centimeters, a quadrant of a circle of radius 7 centimeters is cut. Find the area of the remaining paper, that is the shaded portion. So here we have a rectangular paper and the measurements are given to us 30 centimeters. So this is 30 centimeter here, 30 centimeter, and this is 20 centimeters. So these are the measurements of this rectangular paper. From this, a quadrant is cut off. Can you see this part? This is a quadrant. It's a quarter of a circle. So there are 4 quadrants as you can see. So a quadrant of circle of radius 7 centimeters is cut. Okay. So here it says the radius is 7 centimeters. So let's write that. This is 7 centimeters. Here also the radius is 7 centimeters. This portion is 7. So the radius is 7 centimeters. So similarly on the other sides also. Now we are asked to find the area of the remaining paper, that is this part. If you cut off these 4 parts, what is left is only this portion inside. Now we have to find the area of this remaining paper or this portion inside. Now how do we find that? First we have to find the area of the rectangle. Then we have to find the area of the 4 quadrants, and when we subtract, we can get the area of this portion inside, that is the remaining paper. So let's begin by saying length of a paper is 30 centimeters. It's given to us. Breadth is given to us. Now we have to find the area of this rectangular paper. So area of the paper is length into breadth, and length is 30 centimeters into breadth is 20 centimeters. So that becomes 3 2s are 6 and then the 2 zeros centimeters square. So we have found the area of the rectangular paper. Now we have to find the area of the 4 quadrants. What is the formula to find the area of a quadrant? Area of one quadrant is 1 by 4 into pi r square. Okay, so this is the area of one quadrant. So if we have to find the area of 4 quadrants, it will be 4 into 1 by 4 into pi r square. So let's work this out and see what we get. So that is 4 into 1 by 4 into pi is 22 by 7 into r square, that is r into r, and r we know is 7 centimeters, 7 into 7. So let's cancel. We can cancel this 4. We can cancel a 7 here. Now we just have to multiply 22 into 7. So when you multiply 22 into 7, you get 154 centimeters square. So now we have found the area of the rectangular paper, 600 centimeters square. Area of the 4 quadrants, 154 centimeters square. So this is the first area. This is the second area. If we subtract these two, we will know the area of this portion that is inside. So let's do that now. So area of the remaining paper will be area of the paper, that is a rectangular paper, which is 600 centimeters square, minus the area of the 4 quadrants, which is 154 centimeters square. So when we subtract these two numbers, we get 446 centimeters square. So we have found the area of the remaining paper, and that is 446 centimeters square. So with this, children, we have come to the end of this very long exercise. Thank you, children.